Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-October right through to mid-November 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What are they going through right now? Can you please show them the way? Can you please show them the path to love? Who is coming in for them? What do they need to know for their highest good? So the first card there is the Child, which represents new beginnings, a new chapter in your life, looking to the horizon. And it is full of possibility. So a lot of you are tapping into your playful side at this moment in time. It's number 13, and I will show you the card now in a moment, but that indicates you've been going through a lot of change, closing out a lot of chapters in your life, really moving away from anything that does not resonate with you anymore, and trying to rediscover a part of yourself. There's an energy there of you being a very sort of playful soul. You know, you have a very young heart there. No matter what age you are someone who is certainly young at heart, and you do not look your age, is something that's coming through there. But I feel like you've been going through a period of purifying, detoxing, kind of decluttering your life a little bit more. Now, you can't see it, but there is someone new coming on into your life there. We've got the books there as well, so we'll have to have a look there. Some of you, if you are putting yourself through some sort of course of learning or education in some way, strong potential that you may meet this person there. I mean, I don't want everyone to rush out to a library, but it can also be that, you know, where you meet this person is connected to knowledge in some way, or this person is very well read there, of course. But also, I'll have to pull a card, as I said, because this could be someone you kind of have knowledge of, okay? So I'm just going to go and pull a card when I get there. Your first card there, of course, is the Child. So some of you, if you're a parent, this could be that you're guiding the next generation, and, you know, you put all your time, energy into that, of course, and it's very hard to find a way to, you know, date or get yourself out there. But not everyone, of course, is a parent. If you are a parent, then, of course, I do see that there will be an energy of you going on a date. So I feel someone that is very close to you could, of course, cover you during that time, because we've got this card. There's someone new coming into your life, okay? 2 new chapter cards, very important. So if you're not a parent, then, of course, I feel this is about you really wanting to explore new avenues, new places. For some of you, you may be dreaming of like travel there as well, far off shores, but I feel it's more localized as to where you meet this person actually. And you are going to be surprised, because the rider is someone who's very sudden that comes into your life. Now, this is in the resistance position, so it means you haven't met this person yet, of course, until I get to this card, because I feel for some of you, there's just like, I would say 4%. It's really small. You know, 4% of you may have met this person before. But the rest of you, it's like, no, you've never met this person before. And I feel like you haven't had a relationship. This is across the board. You have not had a relationship with this person, even though you may know this person for some of you, okay, that 4% of you, but I'll pull a card for that 4% just to see what that is. But this rider, it tends to mean sudden arrival in your life, movement and improvement, and of course it's taking action. Now, because we have this card, this can indicate that you've been making a lot of changes in your life, whoever you are, whether you're a parent or not, whether you've been through a separation or not. I feel like, you know, there's this brand new you emerging right now. And this card in this position, it can indicate that you kind of stop looking for love for a while. You know, you withdrew briefly. You feel that perhaps people are very transient. They don't want to stick around. Maybe you have even like, for some of you, you're trying to fall in love with your life right now, create balance. So that cloud can indicate that although you deep down want commitment, you're not really sure if it's something that perhaps fits into your life right now. The clouds is a very changeable energy. So it can be that you've met a lot of people who were inconsistent, who breadcrumbed, who, you know, suddenly kind of disappeared. For some of you, you may have been ghosted in the past. And this could be something that perhaps put you off the dating scene for a while. You're like, you know what, I'm doing me. So you may be fostering a relationship, healing your inner child, and just really focusing on advancing in life in general. And this is a card also, I'm getting strong vibes of relocation. So some of you may even be contemplating a move in your life right now. For some of you, it's overseas. Okay, you may be thinking, is it a better lifestyle overseas? So you're making some radical changes in your life. Not all of you, of course, but I am getting this relocation vibe. So perhaps it's something that you're currently searching for and wondering if it's your next move. When you feel settled in this move, that's when you're going to meet this person. I want you to be aware of that. But if you're just thinking about it right now, then of course I feel it's a little bit closer. And then, you know, when this person arrives, I feel there will be conversations in and around location, where you move, where you live, that sort of thing. That will come with the relationship because there is a settling here. Okay, but a lot of you closing out a chapter here and creating space for new love to come on in. There may be a sudden desire for you to renew your search, as it were, because I mean, if you look at this card, this little figure there is like searching the horizon and there's nothing on the horizon. So it's like, there's no one out there. Baba, who's coming in? I can't see it. You know, I've been waiting and watching and, you know, I feel like there's this energy of no movement going on in your love life right now. But I feel things are about to shift and change there. The clouds is a hesitancy though. So for some of you, it can be that, you know, you're hesitant because you've got stuff going on in your life right now and you feel like you need to finish that or close that first before you move ahead and open yourself up to new love. But I do see you're creating space, doing a lot of soul searching, doing a lot of personal development work. You're investing in yourself at this time, making a lot of changes so that you can be ready to open that new chapter there. But it's number 6. So this is the Lover's card. This is the choice. So I feel, of course, there is this energy of like, you're so fed up of like people who are inconsistent, wishy-washy, and, you know, that you don't know where you stand with people. So you may have felt the dating scene is very oversaturated and it's full of people who are, you know, here today, gone tomorrow, or just looking for a quick fix. And I feel like you're looking for something a little bit more, because when you have a book, of course, it means investment. It's not something where you're swiping left and right and, you know, it's very transitory. You make an investment when you read a book, of course. So I feel this is about you perhaps wanting to meet a person where you can kind of close the chapter of searching, because your first card there is like an observant card where you're just keeping your eyes peeled. You've tried perhaps everything right now and nothing is working. It's because you're about to meet someone who is, you know, completely aligned with you there. Someone who's unexpectedly coming into your life, someone who's going to truly make you happy, but you had to find that happiness within yourself first, okay? Now, the book in the Lenormand deck is basically about learning. It's about knowledge. It's about discovery. And it's also about revealing facts. So I feel there is an energy, 2 energies here, that you've been put on pause on purpose in order to learn more about yourself, foster a relationship of healing with your inner child, build in confidence, and be a little bit more flexible. You've definitely been going through a lot of changes there over the last couple of years, trying to feel a little bit more settled there in that. Also, a lot of you may be learning secrets about your family lineage or delving deeper into perhaps generational cycles of repeat that you're closing out. You've had a very hard task to do that, but I definitely see here that you are successfully closing out that path, and your ancestors are so proud of you that you were strong enough to do that. But also, the second energy I've got is when you meet this new person, they want to know everything there is to know about you, okay? This person, I'm going to pull a card on it because I feel like that 4%, there's just such a familiarity with this card that perhaps it's just that when you meet this person, it just feels so familiar. So I want to see if you know this person, or actually if, you know, you've come across this person. No, actually, I stand corrected. The Ace of Swords is someone new coming on in. Aces tend to be new energy, so it's just that there's a familiarity with this person. You're going to be talking to someone. Aces are divinely guided, sent in from the universe. There's a lot of potential there. Swords are all about the mind, communication. So I just wanted to see if, you know this person. So yeah, it's a new person. That's across the board. No 4%. I feel 4% of you may actually go, I feel like we've met before. It just feels so familiar, so calming, so transformative that you're like, it just feels like warm and welcoming and secure and all of that wonderful stuff when you meet a person. So Ace of Swords, I'm excited about that. That basically means destiny puts you in the path of this person, and things start happening quite quickly when you meet this person. There's a meeting of minds, but also this can be that you're taking accountability to perhaps learn something, because of course swords can be about knowledge, the mind. So some of you may actually be taking a class of learning, as I mentioned there. So please apply it to your situation. It's going to be different for everybody, but I just wanted to see. So 4% of you, it's going to feel so familiar. The rest of you, you're like, oh, this is sparkly and new and exciting. So let's get to your Celtic cross and see exactly what's happening here. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. We have the Devil card. That is your starting position. So some of you have been feeling a bit stuck. We've got the Seven of Cups here as well. So this means inconsistencies, people with commitment issues coming on in. But it's a crossing energy. So you may be feeling that you were disappointed in love. The Seven of Cups means you got options, You could reach for a quick fix if you really wanted. When you've got the Devil card there, it means flirtation. You're someone who's very attractive. You're magnetic. You like intense relationships. And, of course, passion. How would you like to receive? We've got, they said this came first. This came, how would you like to receive? I just need to see, before I actually look at the cards what they are, I just want to see, because they were together. Bottom first. Okay. That is the bottom first. Okay. There we go. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? We've got the Hermit there. So in the next 6 weeks position, you got the Hermit. So that's a lot of spiritual development. That's a lot of enlightenment, learning about what you want in a relationship, giving back to yourself. To see the Hermit in this position and the Rider in the Resistance position, it tells me that you have withdrawn briefly. A lot of you fed up of the dating scene, just fed up of perhaps having to start again. It just feels so tiring that you're like, oh, people waste your time, or it feels like things naturally run their course, and there's a lot of change, and you just want a little bit more consistency, because that Seven of Cups is in your crossing position. Now, it's so random. I'm seeing an image of a very famous person in the water. So I'm not really sure why I'm seeing that person. And so it is, I'm going to tell you who it is. It's George Michael, who used to be in Wham. Okay, I'm just seeing his image right now. So I'm not sure why. Maybe there's going to be a song that comes through from Wham at some point, but I'm not hearing anything right now. So I'm just giving you what I'm getting right now. So, yeah, we'll leave that there. Maybe that's an indication of something, or perhaps this person's like a big George Michael or Wham fan. I don't know. So, yeah, let's see if, and I'm seeing him like he's in a music video. He's dancing. Okay. So obviously it's not going to be George Michael, but perhaps it's symbolic that this person you're about to meet is a music star, a singer, someone perhaps who records music videos. I'm not sure, maybe in the music industry, someone who's well known perhaps. Yeah, I'll leave that there. Let's see if Anything else comes through there on that? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. I mean, I'm looking at your cards now, and I'm seeing, oh, you got like a Two of Cups here, the Lover's card. So, I mean, even in a full deck of cards, you're getting the cards that highlight. There's love coming on in here. Queen of Pentacles, which is to settle down, to invest in, you know, building a home there. So very excited. I will go further and clarify that Queen of Pentacles for you after that, because Queen of Pentacles basically means, you know, investment. And again, there's an investment card there. So, you've got a Nine of Cups there, and you got a Ten of Swords in the past. So a lot of you may have been in a high level commitment that perhaps, you know, let you down in some way, or perhaps this can just literally mean that you have a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind, a lot on your to-do list, and you may feel that, you know, you're closing out some sort of chapter there. Ten of Swords can indicate you're creating space for something new. And also, for some of you, there may be a trust issue here that you've been healing for some time. I mean, you don't have any healing cards here. I mean, the Four of Cups indicates some of you have been a little bit closed off to love for some time because you've just felt like it's not fulfilling, or you feel the options have not met your expectations, or you've been a little bit disappointed in love and it almost like put you off, discouraged you for a while. But I just feel like this awakening happening within you right now, and it's like the search is starting to unfold, as it were. So let's get to your first card. Now, the Devil card can literally mean you're feeling frisky, okay? Let's call it how it is, because this can be a very, like, passionate libido card. It can also indicate that you're looking for someone who has a spark, okay, that you are magnetically attracted to. The Devil card can be like lust, okay? So, because it is a foundation card there, some of you, it can be that, yeah, you could have an encounter with a person at any time. You know, you're attractive, you're magnetic, you may feel that when you meet a person right now, you may feel that it's nice to get attention, but looking at the cards and the trajectory, I feel a lot of you with that Lover's card and the Two of Cups, it's highlighting that a lot of you feel like perhaps that just physical attraction is a little bit empty right now, and you're looking for something with a bit more substance, okay? My guys just said, I don't know if it's Wham or George Michael, but they just said George sang about that. So I'm like, what? I've not heard a song yet. Okay, I don't know. So, you know, I loved all their music, but I can't like pinpoint any lyrics or anything that's like connected to what my guys are saying right now. So I'm going to have to check that out unless a song comes through, but we'll move on from that. I mean, the Devil card, of course, with the Seven of Cups indicates that if you wanted a quick fix, you could find it. You could have it, okay? But the Lover's card on the earthly plane position is the choice. So it's like, do you want love right now? Do you want lust? Do you want physical interaction without the messy business of feelings? Because the cloud is there right now. So it's like, what do you want? What fits into your lifestyle right now? So a lot of you may be like working out what it is that you want at this moment in time. But for some of you, it can be like, okay, well, you know, I'm open to flirting and seeing how things go. And if I find the love of my life, then, you know, I'll start thinking about settling down. But until then, I'm just going to, you know, live life, be in a period of like excess as much as possible, see the glass half full and enjoy yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But with this Devil card and the Seven of Cups being a crossing card, I mean, if these two cards like were swapped, if the Lover's card was here and the Seven of Cups was here, it will tell me that you perhaps are having a real, you know, inner battle about what kind of relationship you want. I feel it's crossed your mind a couple of times, like, do I want love? You know, your experiences, especially with the Ten of Swords there, you know, if you've been betrayed in the past, or if love has let you down, broken your heart, or just been like a big challenge, a messy chaos in your life, it can be that, you know, you needed a reset to give back to yourself at this time. But because the Seven of Cups is actually the crossing card, a lot of you may feel a little bit frustrated that people are looking for a quick fix. They're looking for the physical aspects of you. They're very attracted to you. They want to live in the moment, be passionate, wild, and free. And I mean, it's a foundation card, so a lot of you may love that. But at the end of the day, I feel like you're looking for something a little bit more with substance. That's something that's coming through in this particular reading. May not resonate with all of you, but I have to honor what's coming out there. But also the Devil card, for some of you, the Devil card indicates you're feeling a bit stuck. Okay, you feel bound to the spot of a repetitive cycle. For some of you, you may feel a bit anxious about your love life right now. And for some of you, not all of you, but some of you may have either attracted people in the past who had addictions or were very addictive in love. You know, they come on in strong and then they withdraw, and there's just this very chaotic energy that is not healthy. You may have had toxic relationships in the past and you're just trying to close out a chapter, and it made you feel a little bit like hesitant to get involved in love because of your experiences. So I feel a lot of you are healing from that and you're closing that chapter. That is not going to be something that you repeat. I want you to be aware of that there, okay? But the Seven of Cups is basically like feeling, I'm not sure if I want a high level commitment, or you keep meeting people who are very inconsistent, breadcrumbing. And then of course, the Seven of Cups, because it is in the crossing position, you read it in the reverse as well, which is like clarity, knowing what you want. And because you have a knowledge card here, I would say a lot of you are like really thinking deeply now as to what you want in a relationship, because you're not about to waste your time. So I feel like you are making your decisions, being really clear. You know, when you get the Lover's card, which of course is a Gemini card, this means you've been prioritizing your own needs, but also it is about your sense of value. It's about your motives. It's about your, you know, decision for your future, the things you want to align your heart with. That's at a very base level, but also it can mean like a choice. What do you want? Do you want flirtations, physical interactions with people with no substance? And I'm not talking about that they have no substance. I'm talking about two people, very intelligent, who have a lot to offer a relationship, but choose not to have a long-term relationship. Choose to live in the moment and be free and, you know, be like a wild spirit, okay? So I feel a lot of you could have that if you want, or perhaps you've been meeting people who are like that, and now you're making a different decision. Because of the path that your reading is taking, it feels more that you're moving towards wanting to settle down. And of course, you have a side of you, because you are a sign of duality, where you're going to explore both avenues. You know, you're going to think about, do I want to be in a long-term relationship? That means being locked down, you know, but you can be very independent in the right relationship. If you've been in the wrong relationship in the past, there's no such thing as right or wrong. I just want to clarify and correct myself there, because basically we learn what is right for us, what connects to us, what sets our soul on fire, what's tempting, because of course you have the Devil card there. So it can be that you're looking at temptations of what it is that you want in a relationship, as opposed to maybe healthier options in love, or perhaps, you know, something with more longevity and more security in a relationship. So you can have someone you come home to at night. I feel this card is you making the decision on what you want, and you're attracting a person right now. Okay, so the Lover's card, for some of you, I feel, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, there's just a burst of energy that came through right now, which is someone has kept you waiting in the past, okay? And you may have wondered whether it would ever work out with that person. You may have been in and out of each other's life, very inconsistent. This person emotionally unavailable, and you've been doing a lot of work there. And I feel like the relationship kind of suited both of you at one point, but one of you wanted more, and it just got a little bit out of balance, a little bit chaotic, okay? This person, I feel you're closing that chapter. You know, looking at the energy, I don't see a return here because I feel like you're closed off to it. You're wanting something new. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you've had to make that closure yourself in order to move forward, but you're actually welcoming in a soulmate. This card connects to a high level commitment, to a loving partnership, and this is something you're calling in on the earthly plane position. I mean, it's not too far away, but you have the Hermit in the 6 weeks position, so that means a solitary energy. It means you investing in yourself. It means you withdrawing your energy to recharge your batteries, to really soul search for what it is that you want, okay? And it can be that, you know, in your maturity, you're doing a lot of healing. The Hermit is normally holding a star. Although you don't have healing cards here, I feel like you're giving back to yourself and trying to open up a new chapter and tap into this playful side of you that you may feel has been kind of controlled in some way, or you felt things have been heavy. You may have felt that life has become very serious recently, and you just want to kick back, let loose, and, you know, find someone who's like a friend and a lover. find someone who's your ride or die, you know, your teammate, someone who's got your back, and there's a lot of fun and playfulness there, and you're calling that person in. And for some of you, if you've just met a person and you're wondering where it's going, I mean, the Lover's card and the Two of Cups, hello, it's going towards a high-level commitment. So this is something that's becoming a little bit more serious because you have that Queen of Pentacles there. But if you've not met this person just yet, you're about to, and you got the Page of Wands. It's connected to something new, exciting, bold, and daring. There's a spark between you and this person, a lot of chemistry. It can be something that you consider an adventure. Now, that can be that you're learning something. You're going back to college, for example, or, you know, you're going to a place that has historical references. For example, you may be traveling. Some of you are waiting to take a vacation. So it just feels like whatever it is, even if it's localized to you, because I feel a lot of you, there is this energy of yearning for a vacation or a break or a getaway. For some of you, it could be a spiritual retreat where you learn more about yourself. Maybe it's connected to yoga, Reiki, or something that grounds you and brings stillness into your life. Okay. But I feel a lot of you, it's more localized to that. It just feels more familiar, the area, okay? But we've got that Ten of Swords. Some sort of painful, challenging chapter is behind you because it's in the past position. That's exactly where you want it to be. I mean, I wish that card wasn't even there because it means you've gone through some stuff that has left you feeling bereft at times, questioning, and feeling a little bit like lost, or I would say, especially when it came to feelings, some of you feel like isolated, alone, or that you went through something that made you change an old way of living, or it felt like you got to perhaps rock bottom with a relationship. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love if that's you. It can be that, you know, you just felt really stuck in this. Maybe it's because, you know, there's a deficiency or lack of opportunity, but I feel you're someone who could have opportunity to connect. But it seems very physical in nature, but on the earthly plane position, it's going to materialize into something more romantic with substance. Now, in your potential position, we have the Nine of Cups there. So, I mean, this is a wish card. This indicates high-level commitment. It means you feeling content. And I feel that is across the board. This means you had to find that contentment within yourself. Happiness comes from within, of course. But the Nine of Cups is your potential. So it's like, what do you wish for in love? Make that decision. The Lover's card indicates it's your choice. Manifest from a place of knowing what it is you want in a relationship. Be decisive about the sort of person you want, because that's really going to hone in to what's important to you. I mean, a lot of you, it's that sense of value, you know, your life philosophy. You need to feel co-aligned in the energy that you're looking in the same direction to build a life that you both aspire to achieve. Because you can fall in love with a person and they can love you back wildly and they want to spend their whole life with you. But if both of you, your version or vision of the future looks different, you know, there has to be some sort of compromise. And if there cannot be compromise, then of course you're misaligned. So it's really tricky, of course, but you are going to be aligned with a person who looks at the future in the same way as you. So that Nine of Cups indicates that you get everything you wanted in a person and the same traits that you desire, as well as perhaps what they look like. I feel like you get very close to your version of an exciting relationship. I was going to say a perfect relationship, but there's no such thing as a perfect relationship, of course. But I feel this person ticks all the boxes. Okay. Now, in your near future, as I mentioned, we've got the Hermit. This is you seeking knowledge inside of yourself, introspection, enlightenment, but it's knowledge. So again, I'm getting this energy that either you learn something at a place where you meet this person, and, you know, it doesn't have to be college. Doesn't have to be a course of learning. It can be that, you know, you go to a place where you ground your energy. There's stillness. It can be a retreat because, of course, this is a retreat card. It kind of means that you remove yourself from everybody else. But you can go to like a place where you do mindfulness or meditative practices, or a place where you get to know more about your body or more about who you are. So there's knowledge in this card. Okay, the Hermit seeks wisdom and knowledge, and I feel it could be even a place where you just go for calmness, where there's quiet. For some of you, this could be a place of refuge where you feel like connected to your faith or to your religion, for example. Now, my readings are not about religion, but, you know, I acknowledge that, you know, people out there are celebrating faiths and religions there. So it could be a place where there's stillness that you meet this person. But I feel more than anything, this is you in the next 6 weeks giving back to you. That's the energy that's coming out there. And your advice to yourself in this moment is the Page of Wands. Get curious, get excited, get passionate about life, try something new. Pages tend to be curious about new endeavors, and the Page of Wands is someone who is adventurous, someone who, you know, goes off searching for purpose, for, you know, their dreams, their goals. They dream boldly, they believe in their visions, and they like take the initiative to go off and search out these things. I mean, this is also a card that indicates on a very soul level, you're searching for a mate who commits. Okay, so that's something that is coming through here. And of course, whenever you get a Page of Wands, this means that you are connected to someone, or will be in the future, who is very loyal, because they're one of the traits that you're absolutely looking for. I mean, who wouldn't? But because you've got the Seven of Cups there, it could indicate it's more important to you than ever before, especially when it co-aligns with a Ten of Swords, which can represent betrayal or someone letting you down or a very painful experience in love. But I feel like you're not going to repeat that because that Ten of Swords is in the past. Now, circumstances outside of yourself is the Four of Cups, and I'm kind of excited about this because this indicates that, you know, even though you may be a little bit closed off to love right now, it's almost like you're doing something for you, okay? And although you're keeping your eyes peeled, very vigilant, you know, you've been waiting, watching, just popping outside occasionally and going, oh, there's no one out there, let's pop back in, let's just focus on me and my projects and my abundance and all of those things. It basically indicates that love is going to find you no matter what. Four Cups is like just when you least expect it, or when you're like, you know what, actually I've decided I'm all good by myself, or you have like dropped an expectation, as it were, the universe comes in and offers you, you know, a more fulfilling love. If you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a figure on the Four Cups sitting under a tree, arms folded. That means they're not receptive. Three Cups, they're all full. So that's what I say. You have options. You have people that you could connect to like that. You are attractive, you're magnetic, and it's now that you're looking for something more, okay? Oh gosh, this is coming through again. George Michael singing about being fed up of inconsistent love. It's empty or something. My guys are just telling me this. I'm not even hearing the song. I wish, could you come forward with the actual name of the song? No, that's for you to research. I just heard. Okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Okay, I'm going to move away from that energy, but I just want you to be aware when my guides come through and give me something, I have to give you what I'm being given, and I have to give you what I see. I mean, I haven't seen so many things in the water right now that I haven't spoken about, but if I don't, the energy becomes very stagnant. So I just thought I'd mention what I just heard from my guides, but perhaps that's for everybody to look up the meaning of, you know, I'm going to just look up, because Empty Love and George Michael, I mean, I don't even know if there's a song like that. So yeah, I'm just going to move on. Four Cups basically indicates that suddenly out of the blue, there's a cloud on that card, you know, where a hand from the universe pops in and offers a cup. So that's an equivalent of an Ace of Cups coming on through from a cloud. The cloud, of course, is very gray, very turbulent. It indicates just when you've been through some tough times and starting to not believe anymore, the universe steps in and says, don't give up on love, because love has certainly not given up on you. So I'm quite excited because this is the circumstances outside of yourself. It's like you're feeling a bit fed up. You can't see love coming on in. Well, a love that you want to align with for the future. And then suddenly the universe says, surprise. So I feel this new love is actually going to be very encouraging, and I feel this person actually aligns with, you know, the sort of love you want. And I mean, your next card is the Two of Cups. So this basically indicates a high level commitment. You're on a journey right now where you're about to meet a person that you align with. Two of Cups, of course, is a union, two people sharing a life together. It is love, it is devotion, it is passion, it is a healthy love. It's two people celebrating each other and finding joy in spending time with each other and understanding each other on a different level. Now, for some of you, there can be an energy of a toast. Okay, so maybe that's a familiarity there. For some of you, This could be that you're going to some sort of event where people toast each other. Could be an engagement, a wedding, for example, birthday, maybe a feast date. But I'm getting an energy of people celebrating with this card, and that can also be connected to celebration with this card sometimes. Celebration of friendship. Maybe that's what the familiarity energy is, but ultimately, this is the hope and a fear position. So you're hoping to meet someone where there's love, where you can connect, where it's your ride or die, your soulmate, your true blue divine counterpart. And of course, the fear is the opposite, because you read the reverse in the spread in this particular position. And that means, you know, you would hate to meet someone who's just come out of a relationship, who doesn't know what they want, who's trying to find their way. You're not someone's emotional crutch, even though you're someone who would offer unconditional love. You want more than that, okay? That's very clear in this position. Also, I feel like it would be awful if you're like starting to have feelings for a person and invest in a relationship and suddenly they leave. You know, a lot of you are like, oh, I just can't do it. The fear is being left or abandoned, or, you know, things breaking down and feeling like, oh, I just wasted my time. So there's no guarantees in relationships ever, of course. We all know that. People change, circumstances change. I mean, the one constant in life is change. And I feel you more than ever kind of know that, all right? So with that Two of Cups, I feel, of course, there's no guarantees, but when you meet this person, you just know it's love. And I feel like you build a home with each other. I mean, Queen of Pentacles is invested. And I actually get this energy. Like, I feel like you meet a lot of people who would actually want to be in a long-term relationship with you, but you perhaps have felt like, I'm not feeling the vibe to settle down, okay? And I feel when you meet this new person, this is you kind of going, oh, I'm investing in this though. This is something special. So the Queen of Pentacles tells me that, you know, you build a home with someone, you can see a future with this person. And also this card indicates that you're saving yourself for the one. Okay, you're not about to give yourself away. I feel a lot of you, there's this emptiness in transitory energy. It's nice for a moment. It feels like it's a quick fix, but I feel like looking at the cards, whoever I'm reading for right now, because of course you're all going to be having different experiences. I just feel with the trajectory of the reading, the Queen of Pentacles is like a relationship with substance, something that you feel secure in, something that you can build upon. So I'm just going to pull a card on that Queen of Pentacles there for you, just to see a little bit more, because all the cards are pointing to a high level of commitment. I mean, out of a full deck, you watch me shuffle the cards, okay? I even thought to myself, how wonderful would it be if the King of Pentacles popped out there? And, you know, it's a wish. Remember, the power of the mind is so important. You got your King of Pentacles right there. So this basically aligns with a couple energy, a secure relationship where two people are serious about each other, invested in a relationship, and, you know, you're settling down together. So I would say this is your happy ever after with this person, and it's not too far away. However, I would say the next 6 weeks, enjoy giving back to yourself. Enjoy learning more about you, your quirks, your wonderful personality, your fun times, your playful side, you know, your hopes, your fears. Sometimes, I mean, yeah, I feel like there's an energy, as I said earlier, there's something about a celebration, or maybe it's where you are celebrated, but it says I am celebrated there. So this could be an event where there's glasses celebrating, because I felt very much some sort of like celebrated energy coming through there. But yeah, we've got I am celebrated there. So that's you celebrating yourself, recognizing that you are a gift in relationships. And also we've got I am safe. Yes, you are secure to love again, especially if you've had a very challenging separation or you've gone through some very toxic relationships. I feel like you are really firmly leaving those in the past. And this is about you acknowledging that it's safe to open up, safe to love. And this person who's coming on in, I feel, you know, they're your forever person, okay? So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Gemini. I hope something resonates there. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little notification bell there, and it will let you know when I update my next message there. Completely free, of course. So I just thought I'd tell you about that. But your final trinket is Ooh, the snake. Now, the snake can indicate once bitten, twice shy, especially if you've been in a very toxic relationship, of course, but the snake sheds their skin. So this is a transformative time for you. You know, you're letting go of a lot of things. You're evolving. It's like a new you emerging. And snakes, of course, beautiful creatures, triumphant. Energy is often connected to a snake. And this can be the year of the snake, is the year that you find love, which of course is this year. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. Also, perhaps if you like tattoos, this person may have a snake tattoo, or there may be some sort of logo where you meet this person. So always pay attention to all the images that come out there. But I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.